What is yoga in the true sense? Yoga is not only about physical postures or the asana. Yoga is the union of the soul with the divine. Patanjali Yoga Sutra, a treatise on the Indian yoga philosophy, is a collection of 195 aphorisms. In the second aphorism of chapter Vibhutipad, sage Patanjali says, cessation of the tendencies of the mind is yoga. In Samadhipada, the first chapter of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the sage has explained from aphorisms 24 to 29 that yoga, or union with the divine, can be attained only by chanting the divine name. What is in the universe is within, and what is within is in the universe. The divine power whom we seek outside actually resides within us. Gurudev Sri Ramlalji Siyag introduces you to the one within you through Siddha Yoga. Meditation on Gurudev Siyag's photograph induces automatic yogic movements. Why is a lifeless photograph of Gurudev Siyag able to bring about such a phenomenon? Gurudev attained the Gayatri Siddhi in 1969 and the Krishna Siddhi in 1984. As a result of attaining these two siddhis, yogic movements occur automatically when meditating on his image. There are two things that a seeker needs to practice: chanting of the Sanjeevani mantra, meditate on Gurudev Siyag's photo. This is the same Sanjeevani mantra about which many years ago Maharshi Aurobindo said that it is a secret and mystic mantra and not yet revealed. On which part of the body should one meditate? Our sages have divided the human body into two parts. The first part consists of 9 openings. They are the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, etc. These 9 doors open towards the world. The second part consists of the 10th door. It is the Agya Chakra, the third eye. This eye opens within. One should meditate on the third eye spot. By chanting the Sanjeevani mantra, the Kundalini, or the divine feminine energy, gets awakened. The awakened Kundalini takes control of the body, life force, mind, and intellect of the practitioner and induces yogic movements during meditation. Yogic movements can be in the form of asana, mudra, bandh, pranayam, and many more. These automatic yogic movements free the seeker from all kinds of diseases. By this spiritual practice, a seeker is freed from addictions too. You don't have to quit alcohol, cigarettes, or drugs. Instead, these things will leave you on their own due to the end of demands from within by the change of tendencies. By chanting the Sanjeevani mantra, a seeker experiences intoxicating joy and bliss. A seeker acquires intuitive knowledge and can see and hear unlimited past and future during the meditative state. Gurudev Siyag's Siddha Yoga takes the seeker to the pinnacle of spiritual evolution leading to liberation. The objective of Gurudev Siyag's Siddha Yoga is the divine transformation of mankind. For Shaktipat initiation, listen to the Sanjeevani mantra in the divine voice of Gurudev Siyag.
अब वो मैं आपको दीक्षा दूंगा तो आपकी कुंडलिनी जागृत हो जाएगी, वो आपका शरीर, प्राण, मन और बुद्धि अपने कंट्रोल में कर लेंगे और ऑटोमेटिकली योग होगा। आप चाहोगे तो नहीं होगा। जिस अंग में कुछ गड़बड़ है उसको टोन अप करेगी कुंडलिनी, स्टिमुलेट करेगी, और जब तक वो ठीक नहीं हो जाए योग होता रहेगा। निर्गुण निराकार और सगुण साकार दोनों शक्तियों का मुझे साक्षात्कार हो गया, सिद्धि प्राप्त हो गई। इस प्रकार दोनों सिद्धियां होने के कारण से मेरी तस्वीर से योग होना शुरू हो गया। ये अचंबा आज तक नहीं हुआ। तो इस प्रकार आपको केवल नाम जपना है और ध्यान करना है, और मुझे यहां देखना है। मंत्र एक ही गुरु का चलेगा और ध्यान मेरा करना पड़ेगा। उसके बाद में आपकी छुट्टी। अगर मुझ में कुछ गुंजाइश है तो काम अभी शुरू हो जाएगा। मैं आपको आपसे खुद से इंट्रोडक्शन करूंगा। आप क्या हो? आप शरीर नहीं हो, ये आत्मा है। आत्मा अजर अमर है। तो मंत्र है क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग। तो इसको जपना है राउंड द क्लॉक। तो किसी बीमारी से ग्रसित हो, इससे ठीक हो जाओगे आप। अच्छा, अब ध्यान करो भाई 15 मिनट। यहां मुझे देखो और नाम जब चालू रखो। कोई प्रकार की योगिक क्रिया हो तो घबराएगा नहीं। 15 मिनट ध्यान करो, 15 मिनट में अपना बंद हो जाएगी। मन ही मन जपो और जीव नहीं रहना चाहिए। क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग, क्लिंग कृष्ण क्लिंग।
Method of meditation. Sit comfortably facing any direction and look at Gurudev Siyag's picture for a while. Then close your eyes and pray to Gurudev to help you meditate for 15 minutes. Now, while focusing on Gurudev Siyag's image at the third eye spot, mentally chant the Sanjeevani mantra without moving the lips or tongue. If you experience any kind of yogic movements during meditation, let them happen. They cleanse the body from all kinds of afflictions and clear the pathway for spiritual progress. Try this and experience a whole new world.
Jai Gurudev, and welcome everybody in today's session, today's weekly session. We are conducting this session by the grace of our Almighty Gurudev, Gurudev Sri Ramlal Siyag, whom you have seen in the video. In this GSSY Guru Siyag Siddhi Yoga is a boon for the entire mankind. Here, the method of practice is very simple, as you have seen in the video. Gurudev gives Sanjeevani mantra, a mystic and most powerful mantra is there. We have to listen this mantra in the voice of the Gurudev. The moment we listen the mantra, we got initiated, and thereafter we need to chant this mantra around the clock 24 into 7. The more we chant the mantra, the more our inner spiritual journey begins faster. And the second thing is that we need to do is twice a day meditation. The method of meditation is very simple. Here we need to imagine the photo of the image of Gurudeva, Gurudev Siyag on our forehead, and close your eyes, and then we pray to Gurudev to help us meditate for 15 minutes. Then uh, it is surprisingly that the eyes gets open after 15 minutes, and during the 15 minutes one may experience different kinds of yogic movement. uh, the different kind of bandh asan, pranayam, etc. happens in the body, and after 15 minutes gets over. And these yogic movements are for the beneficial, for the benefit of our physical body, also for the spiritual development. That's why these physical movements happen. As this session is also for the sharing of our spiritual progress, any spiritual experience that we experience throughout this uh, practice, we may share in this platform. Gurudev always says that whatever you are experiencing, spread this your experience to the entire world. As when more and more people will listen to these experiences, they will uh, get interested, and they will also follow this GSSY. So I'd request anybody who want to share their experiences, what their experiences experiencing right now relating to their sadhana, their practice. They may say something actual stage, what is going on in their practice by following this method. Uh, I would request Mr. Charles, if you are audible, please share your spiritual experience. Jai Gurudev.
Hello, Vicky. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Okay, you can hear me.
Yes, you are audible, but your camera is not enabled. You are not.
Yeah. In fact, I don't know how to
Mm.
manipulate these technical things. The camera is off again. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So you just talked about the Sanjivani mantra, and it's a boon to mankind. Yes. In fact,
Yes,
like posted in the group today, words cannot will really lack words to explain the blessings that this mantra brings. We can only use our finite brains, our human brains, to comprehend, to understand what cannot be understood. We do
yes,
not actually know the mechanism, how this thing, how it works. Okay, this week I have been receiving some messages on WhatsApp from a friend talking about stem cells, how they cure everything. Stem cells from plants. They cure
yes,
disease and all the like because they renew the body cells, they lead to the growth of new cells, and the body becomes disease free. Cancer is cured, fibroids, all kinds of conditions, stroke, and all the like. I just laugh. Well, this is using physical means, physical.
yes,
There is another dimension of healing which the normal person does not know, and only us who are initiates, disciples of Gurudev can understand. What we are using, what Gurudev uses is sound therapy, and this sound therapy is only available to those who believe and those who practice it. The common man cannot understand what we are saying. He may not even believe it. And if he comes and tries it, even just a few times, you say, "Oh, he's not cured. He's not. He still has his problems." And there are even some gurubais, who have this problem. Say, "I've been chanting this mantra for this. Why is it not? I'm still in problems. This and that." Gurudev says, "You chant it round the clock." How many people are disciplined enough to chant it round the clock?
Yes.
Yes,
Actually, in relation to chanting this mantra, many people just stick to the twice and day meditation, and they lose the chanting spirit that is needed. Only meditation is not enough. Gurudev always says that chanting is the key. Mm.
yes,
We should give some labor, and round the clock chanting is necessary here for the results.
that is it. Continuous chanting. So uh, I was just contemplating about it. In fact, I intended to write something about it, about healing, Gurudev's method of healing through sound. But we are using the divine sound, which connects us to the higher frequencies, and we are cured through these divine vibrations. And what do they do? By chanting this Sanjivani mantra, your DNA is altered. The arrangement of your cells is altered. There is how do the diseases get cured? It it causes regeneration of the system. That is why it is life-giving. It is a life-giving mantra because it will renew all the body cells. It will change the frequencies. It will change the vibrations of the cells, and then it will it will it will activate new cells, and the old ones will be replaced by the new ones, and that is how you get cured. The other people they use plants, they use what they can see. But here with Gurudev, we believe in what we cannot see, what we cannot touch.
Yes, yes. Actually,
Yes,
you talk about stem cell. It's basically a biological process. The invention of science, the progress of science is been able to use these stem cells to generate new cells and that curing the disease. Here in this our case, it's a divine energy, the divine force which is generated through the chanting of the mantra. It heals it destroys all the negative energy that is causing disease, etc. So here the key is the divine energy. You may call it divine mantra or divine light that is healing. That has that has the power to destroy what is dark, what is negative, in whichever the levels, maybe in physical level or maybe in the mental level, etc.
yes, and in fact, what the people take, what they concord through biological science, that the term stem cell therapy, it has a vibration. It has a certain energy that it is operating at a different level. Now, what will happen to the Sanjivani mantra is that it also renews the body, just like the stem cells, using science and physical this thing, the physical methods. It renews it at the physical level because that is what the people can, uh, what they can see, they believe in. What they can touch, they believe in. But then
Yes,
this mantra, we can't see it, we can't see the vibrations, but the impact on the body, and the cells are renewed, the cells are transformed, just like using a physical method. It's even on a higher level. It's a higher level of existence. We are above the physical level when we are chanting the Satsang mantra. We are operating on the spiritual level. See, life exists at various levels, and we are at the higher level. Yeah.
Yes.
So this mantra, the benefits of this mantra will be realized only by those who are hardworking, who love Gurudev, who actually love spiritual evolution. Because a passing desire, with Gurudev, some people just like adventure. Some people just like adventure. They just like to test out new things, want new sensations, and all the like. And after some time, they abandon. You must,
Yes.
you must be a spiritual seeker at heart to stay with this mantra for the rest of your life. Yes.
Yes. Mm.
Experience the benefits. Yes.
Yes. You must be an spiritual aspirant. Then only you will reach, or you will extract the uh, extreme of this uh, sadhana. Mm.
Really.
Otherwise, it is not possible. Mm. Worldly people, they think of the world, and one important thing is there here. It's not about. Gurudev says that here we need not to give up anything through the chanting of the mantra. If we simply chant the mantra, it destroys all the tamasic tendencies, and thereby automatically we find an urge to go within. We start discovering the bliss which is there within us. That bliss is important for the mental and physical well-being of mm, mankind also.
Yes. And some people may ask, uh, they want to chant the Sanjeevan mantra and have more money.
Yes.
Yes, and have more physical things, material and all the like, to improve their life. So some will say, but I've been chanting this mantra for so long and I am still poor. I don't have money.
Yes.
I don't have this and that. So the mantra is not working. So people approach spirituality from the material level. It doesn't work that way. The thing
Yes.
is,
Yes.
yes, your material problems or your material difficulties may still be there, but you are given the strength through the Sanjeevan mantra to be able to withstand all the problems that you have, to be able to go through all the problems that you have safely and with happiness. Meanwhile, another person who doesn't chant the mantra will be crushed by the problems. Some will even commit suicide. Some will, in fact, some will go into very funny actions. But he who chants the Sanjeevani mantra will remain calm, will remain, will live as within him as soul, knowing that everything is passing and nothing is permanent, and that he is the only reality that exists. And the Sanjeevani mantra has given him that knowledge that he is the only thing that is real. So everything that around him is unreal. See, and so he's able to cope with able to cope with the adversities of life. He's able to live in a hut and think that it is a mansion. He's able to live in very adverse circumstances with little money, with no food, and then but he is not worried. See, and in fact, people don't see the don't look at it from this level. They only look at it. You must get some money coming in so much. Uh, you must be riding in a good car. You must be living in a very big beautiful mansion to know that you are actually chanting the Thanksgiving mantra. No, it is not like that.
Yes, Gurudev always says that it has the mantra, the Bij mantra has two elements. One is Krishna element and another is Radha element. Krishna gives us that supreme consciousness or samadhi stage, and whereas the Radha element gives you the worldly happiness, etc. But the important thing is uh, that the mantra, it's a more about a spiritual thing that unless you actually through the chanting of the mantra you attain that spiritual level, or you actually connect to Gurudev, or in more importantly with the mantra, uh, then only in most of the cases uh, your worldly desires, or you may be finding that you are also gaining prosperity on worldly matter, because the mantra has that potential, but people generally gives us in the beginning by if they are not getting some results on worldly plane. This is the main reason. But it has the potential, and it has the potential to attain the worldly and worldly needs also. And as you intensify your sadhana, you will realize that you will be able to see the future, and you will able to understand what may bring profit in your business, and you will do those things. And they always says that you will not do the things which will incur loss in your life. So you will attain a sense of discrimination, a sense of future seeing in your life. That can be attained. And after that, when you will be able to know that where is profit and where is loss, then automatically your worldly problems relating to money, etc., will be resolved. But the first thing is that prior connection is needed through your devotion, serious chanting of mantra, and attaining that siddhi, which Gurudev always refers about Patanjali Yoga Shastra. So in the beginning, you have to attain those levels to let the things turn in your favor. Then only it is possible.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not a
yeah.
magic.
That,
Mm,
that is true. That is true.
mm.
You have talked about the insight,
Yes,
that chanting this mantra gives, so that we can be able to manage our lives. And then
yes,
we develop, from this insight, we develop a keen sense of discrimination. Yes, because we, we are suffering from too much identification. We
yes,
identify with everything around us, what is good, what is necessary, what is not necessary. But after chanting this mantra, your sense of discrimination steps in. Only what is necessary to carry you forward is 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 is, is undertaken in your life. What is not necessary, you let it go, and you let it go without regret, without regret. And you find that maybe you may still have just the same amount of money like before, but you have become richer because you have done away with unnecessary things. What is not necessary has been has been taken away, and so you are living a better life. See, and then even when people talk about becoming, yes, it is a Radha Krishna mantra. The Radha part of it is for our material well-being, and the Krishna for our spiritual well-being. Yes, and even at the material level, we are living in this lifetime. Our past has brought us to this moment. Our
yes,
karmic patterns and all the like, they need to be cleared. And it is not in one day that they are cleared. You must reach those higher levels, to be able to be able to do away with some of this karmic load that we have. People just think that we have been living for millions of years, and then it is in this lifetime that we have come, we have contacted the Sandivani mantra. You don't expect all those millions of years of karma to just be done away with in one, just immediately. But Gurudev gives you the energy to be able to withstand all the ups and downs that you are going through. And that is riches. When we talk about riches, it's not only physical, there are inner riches too. You develop a
Yes.
sense of patience. You have said discrimination. You develop insight. You develop tolerance. You develop humility. You develop patience. Huh? And your heart chakra is open to embrace life. Huh? You have the courage to be, the courage to live life without regrets and all the like. Those are inner riches which money cannot buy. Do people think about this?
Yes, yes. No, it's not possible for the worldly man. Actually, man, if I quote Swami Vivekananda's, I have read one book, and there he mentioned about the inner self. The reference he has given from the Upanishad, that there is one tree, and on that tree there are two birds. One bird sitting in the lower branch and eating the sweet and bitter fruits of the tree, and another is sitting on the top of the tree. And immersed on his he's not eating anything, he's just immersed somewhere, something in his own self. And later on, he has the bird. One is one in the lower branches. Sometimes had tries to go and talk to that one. When the bird is upset with the bird, he just tries to go near to that one who is sitting on the top. And finally, one day, the bird reaches on the top, and the bird realizes that, hey, no, I am lost. I nowhere existed. The top, who is immersed in his own glory, that only existed. In the same way, if you just follow this mantra sadhana or Gurudev Siyag's Siddha practice, Gurudev always says that Guru is within us, and there is something divine self also exists in our being, and that is you can actually feel by the awakening of Kundalini power, that there is Kundalini power, there is another self which is hidden within you, and Gurudev always talks about to have connection with those inner self, the inner self which is there. And the moment we generally think from this worldly brain, worldly mind, and physical body, and physical what we from physical senses. But there is another self. They always let us have some connection with those self. And the moment you become friendlier with that self, then only you'll find the answers. We believe on our worldly brain, but there is a omnipotent brain within us. That connection is needed, and through this sadhana and you mantra jap, you will have that connection. And the moment you will have that connection, your all decisions will be right.
That's
Jai
right.
Gurudev.
That's true, Vicky. In fact, Gurudev has said he does nothing else but introduce you to yourself.
Yes, that self is separate. It's
Yes,
not
that
to,
self is separate. In fact,
yes,
that self is the real you. That is
really.
the
Yes.
real you, which is
Mm.
using this body to express itself in this dimension. In fact,
Yes.
we are spiritual beings taking on a physical journey. We are spiritual beings on a physical journey. We are not physical beings on a spiritual journey. We're spiritual beings on a physical journey. That is how it is.
Yes, yes, yes.
People take, people regard instead their physical bodies as the reality about them, you know. But the real you is sitting within this body, and it is using the five bodies: the physical,
Yes,
the astral, the causal, the mental, the etheric body, and the governor of all these bodies is the soul. It is what Gurudev wants to introduce you to. And you become, once you give it governorship of all these bodies, you become the master. Yes.
yes,
Even
yes,
before you reach that stage, uh, you begin to see that you start giving some orders to your other selves. Start telling your emotions to shut up. Start telling your mind, maybe during meditation, the mind wants to disturb you, and you just say, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Just let me be. Just let me be." It's that's you become what you call a witness. Yeah, because when Gurudev introduces you to yourself, you attain the witness mode. You become like a stranger in this world. You're just observing what is happening around you, and you just laugh because you know you are not of this world, although you are in it, but you are not of this dimension. So you are just observing and not taking anything seriously around you. You know what other people will die over, you will not. Yes. So
yes. Yes, it's all about having connection with that real me, which is within us, and it was not possible. It was really tough before the advent of Gurudev, and it has been possible. And many as seekers are experiencing these things in Siddha Yoga. I too experienced I too experienced the incidents when I think some calls come from within and it turns true. This is the reality, and it is happening. And it is happening only through the chanting of the mantra. So, chanting of the mantra and having connection with our real self, and at the end, we when we attain samadhi stage, we actually realize who we are.
yes, you've talked about
Yes,
you've talked about the
yes,
in fact, chanting the Sanjeevi mantra consciously and diligently round the clock, doing your sadhana, you will finally arrive at that stage where you have the call of soul, the
yes,
call of soul. And once soul has been called, everything pales in significance. You no longer value it. That call of soul is the call to go back home, to go back
yes,
to your real abode, which is the world of spirit. Once you have received that call of soul, the call of soul, in fact, you will you will give everything to serve Gurudev. You will give everything to be in constant contact with him through the Sanjaya mantra and through the meditation. Because once that call comes, there is nothing important like say, oh, my family, my this and that. No, everything takes second place to that call. You cannot get that call, the call of soul, without being connected to Gurudev through the Sanjivani mantra, because it is a constant invocation. It is by chanting this mantra, it is our desire to live continuously in that heavenly state, live constant
yes,
in that heavenly state. And once you are in that state for 24 hours round the clock, then what can worry you? What can worry you? You're living in heaven. while on earth. So the Sanjeevani
Yes.
mantra gives us the opportunity to experience heaven while on earth.
Yes. That is the practice. We are on the journey. I hope by the blessings of Gurudev and chanting the mantra, we will able to realize our real self, mm, from this unreal self to real self. This is the journey. This is the spiritual journey.
Yes, that is true.
Yes, yes, and actually, I firmly believe that. Uh, if you really see that every night we need to retire into bed, and we actually sleep, take rest. This unreal self that I am talking, take rest in that real self. And if you see, if you don't sleep for 2 or 3 days, if you see his condition, the most important thing will be that he needs a sleep and he want to sleep. Otherwise, his life is hell. Such a magnetic self is real self is within, that has such a magnetic bliss that it gives you rest, without which you will be simply mad and you will die within 10 and 15 days if you don't get the sleep. Such a magnetic, blissful soul, real soul is me. That has to be reached through this
You-
sadhana, and it will be reached. Access.
And you find that you've talked about the physical body's needs of, for sleep and all the like. You will
Yes,
realize that the energy that you get through chanting this mantra is so enormous that at times you don't need too much sleep.
yes,
You don't need as much sleep as others do because you're ever energized at another level. Your your DNA is ever young. It's ever young. It's
yes,
being renewed every day. The cells of your body are being renewed every day. You see, so while while other people may need so much sleep, you don't. And
yes. It will
people
happen.
will people will and while they will need so much food to stay alive, you don't. There are certain days that you may feel as if you're not hungry at all. You're not very hungry.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. This is the initial results of the sadhana. You may experience, you don't require much sleep, you don't require much food. This is automatically happens in the sadhana. This is a natural byproduct of this practice.
that is it.
Yes, yes, yes.
That
And
is
to
it.
experience it.
And so you see, it means that where we would have spent so much money on food, maybe
Yeah,
we, we spared ourselves the money to do other things because we don't need too much food. We don't need to buy too much vitamins and minerals to supplement our health. We are always healthy. You see, so it puts more money into our pockets. So you may have the same amount of money, but you have become richer because your
yes, yes,
your needs become lesser and lesser. You don't have, and then you may find that before you could not spare you could not spare a little money to help other people, but now you are able to pinch something and give to other people because you don't have too many desires, you don't have too many needs, so you can give something to other people. But before, the money was never enough, never. Yes, because
yes,
the worldly man's consciousness is that money is never enough for him. He ever has desires, ever has mounting desires. So
yes. And this desires has the solution also. If you chanting the mantra more, if you chant the mantra more, Buddha says that the veil of Maya, the illusion of Maya, gets weaker and weaker the more you chant the mantra. Then automatically your all such desires will go away from you. And and once if you see your own death in the dhyan stage, then you will get awakened and you won't require anything. You will feel that I don't require anything in this world. I need only the chanting of the mantra. That is the eternal wealth. It will be my eternal wealth only. Yes,
Yes.
that's why Gurudev gives the reference. The moment you see the death, your death in your meditation, that will awaken you. And it is very important in this sadhana that we should be able to see our own death before we die in our
Yes.
meditative stage. It awakens you from the dream.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
You know that you know that you are going to pass away.
Yes. I want to see that. Then only you will find that this world is an illusion.
Yeah, it's an illusion.
Yes, yes.
In fact,
And it is mandatory. It is mandatory. They should let people, every disciple experience that. Unless you see your death in your meditation, you will not be ready to leave this world, and you will not able to leave these worldly desires. The moment you will see your own death, you will get awakened. Yes, now I have to do something for my eternal wealth, eternal being, etc.
yes. And then, in fact, I've even started telling myself, I say,
Mm.
look, there's uh, there's actually nothing that I can own. There is even, in fact, I even tell myself that one should make one's peace with this world every day because everything is passing. Because I
Yes.
am, even though I've not seen the not reached the stage where you see your own death, but I know it mentally from my spiritual studies. I know that everything is ephemeral, everything is passing, and I understand that the only thing that I can a, take along with me when leaving this body is the Sanjivani mantra. I will take
Yes.
nothing again, nothing. It's only the
Yes.
Sanjivani mantra
Yes.
because
This
I
realizes this is important. The
yes,
moment you realize that, you will start accumulating the wealth of Sanjeevani mantra. Okay.
yes, yes. Because
Yes.
I've told myself many times, and then when now I can say that I have glimpses of awakening because at times when I have some problems or I have some worries or some problem, I just tell myself, hey, I said, look, I am the never changing reality. All these things that are worrying me are unreal. They are not real. They are only products of my mind. That I am the unchangeable reality. And I must work from my center because
Yeah.
these things shall pass away, but only me. When they say heaven, heaven and earth shall pass away, but except the word of God, like he said in the Christian Bible, heaven and earth shall pass away, except the word of God. What is the word of God? The word of God is you, is me. Yes, we are the word made flesh. We are the word made flesh. So the Sanjivani mantra only helps us to realize that we are the word. We are what we are looking for. We are what we are seeking. Yes. So
Yeah.
the Sanjivani mantra is very, very important. I've in fact I keep reminding myself every day. I say, look, I'm lucky. When sometimes I look at Gurudev's picture, a photo, and Baba Gangana, I thank them. I say, you're the only thing that has happened in this incarnation, in all my incarnations, that is very important for me. I may not have anything, but I have you. I may
Yes.
I may not have any other thing, but I have you. My heart is at peace because I have known you. There are people who don't know what we know. That we can carry this fire, the fire and the love of the Sanjeevan mantra in our hearts wherever we go. It's something very important. And we're carrying Gurudev everywhere we go through this mantra. Can you imagine that?
Yes.
And who is Gurudev?
The month.
Heaven and earth cannot describe him.
Yes.
He says Samad Guru. And it is a privilege to be connected not only to him, but to his own Guru who empowered him. So I say, what can defeat me if I have these two people in my life? If I have this force in my life, what can defeat me? Because I carry them like a flame in my heart, the ever burning flame which is there. You see, something very, very wonderful, very, very wonderful.
Yes. Jai Gurudev. Today we had enough discussion relating to very nice discussion relating to Sanjeevani mantra and its impact on our life. We are nearing to end this session. We will wrap up today's session. We will meet on the next Sunday at the same time, and we'll discuss many more things relating to Gurudev Siyag, Siddha Yoga. And lastly, we would like to pray our Gurudev to bless us, to let us realize our real self through the Sanjeevani mantra and through the uh, practice of Gurudev Siyag Siddha Yoga. And actually, we should not uh, have to intellectually imagine that we are so. We will actually, or in concrete form, we will experience that we are unchangeable being in this entire universe. Jai Gurudev.
Very good.
Jai.
That's
Jai.
Thank you for that reminder. Every,
Yes.
everything it starts gradually because even if you don't even have the mental perception of it, that you are soul.
Yes.
I mean, if imagine the majority of people out there, they think that they are the physical body and they take care of the physical body too. They spend a lot of money, they worry over it a lot, they do all kinds of things. Huh? They know that once they die, it means that is all for them. It means nothing again. You see? But then we have that, we are even blessed that we have first that mental knowledge before realization of our of our of our knowledge. You see, because everything goes in stages. If we don't even have that perception, huh? Perception and
Yes.
realization are they go hand in hand. See, if you cannot see it, you cannot be it.
Yes. Okay. Jai Gurudev. Jai
Very
Gurudev.
good. Thank you.
Jai. Thank you.
Next